Yeah. Okay.
And we knock this out.
Yeah. Welcome to Hot Choo. I'm Hillall.
Andrew?
And we did a whole episode about your folding knife collection, so now we're going to do an episode on your fixed blade collection.
Only caveat, I'm missing a couple.
Okay.
My favorite one.
I think we'll forgive you.
Yeah.
So fixed blade, think Rambo knife.
Just think a knife that doesn't fold.
Yeah.
Your kitchen knives are fixed blade knives.
Mm-hmm.
That's... They're just...
Yeah, most movie knives are fixed blade knives.
Well, and Hillall should actually know more about fixed blades than about folders, because what do they build and forged on fire? Or forged
fixed
on fire?
blades.
Fixed blade knives.
Because of the mechanisms required in creating a folder, and there's a time
They
frame.
couldn't make it in 3 hours.
No. You would need machining and 3D printing and all that other stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. I can't wait to look at it.
We're going to start cheap.
Okay. So you want to just do it like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. It's an MTech Extreme. I just liked it. It was one of my first fixed blades. These sheaths are crap. Anything that comes with a canvas sheath like this is... I mean, I have some very nice knives that are in canvas sheaths, but in this case, these are garbage.
Yeah. You can usually throw those away.
I just think it's cool. It's got a micarta grip. It's a single... It's what they call a full tang knife.
Full tang, because the blade goes the entire width of the handle.
Yeah.
Or length.
And these are slabs, scales.
Mm-hmm.
I just like it. It honestly doesn't hold an edge very well. It's just kind of pretty. I just liked it purely for the aesthetics.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's not. It's $15.
So there's one on here that I'm looking at. We had its cousin in the folding knife.
This is a real one. I mean, mine is the reverse sharp edge.
This is as close to the real one as we can get.
Yeah.
The Kuranda. So if you remember the folding knife one, it was a little bit smaller than this.
It was way smaller.
And here's what its fixed blade cousin looks like. Kind of think raptor claw.
Yeah, that's what they're designed after, is claws. So, I mean, obviously they're used for reverse grip.
They're really cool because there's a lot of cool things you can do with a Kuranda.
Please.
Like Andrew showed. You hold it like this. Your first finger goes in that ring, and you can strike with a flip.
But if you strike with the flip, you're just run. That's just fly.
You're smacking the guy in the head.
And
you're
honestly,
not stabbing the person.
You better have your wherewithal, because coming back, you have a blade coming at you.
because you're smacking the guy in the head, then you have this giant blade coming right back at you. So you better be able
I probably wouldn't do that.
No, that's more of an advanced move. But
It's more just you showing.
Yeah. But they're cool because they're designed to hook and catch whoever's coming at you, and you're supposed to control them.
Yeah, it's a control. I mean, there's nothing defensive about this knife.
No.
So, I mean, you can just a poke.
Yeah.
It's a puncture.
Yeah.
It's a hook. So you can capture. And honestly, you could punch. Look at that ring.
Yeah, you're going to hurt someone. So if you look here, there's a little metal tip right on the ring finger.
Yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be held like this. You can't even. So this is a Kuranda. These are so cool. They require some skill to use.
Yeah, so
this isn't something you just start using.
And first of all, you could not carry this out in public because this would be considered illegal to carry around, right?
I don't know.
Fixed blade Kuranda, you couldn't carry this in your pocket to the movies.
Why? No, it'd be concealed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, no. But just while we have it, this is a Smith & Wesson knife. Yes, that's Smith & Wesson.
Smith & Wesson condoms?
Yes. Smith & Wesson makes a lot of things. Handcuffs. I mean, they make a lot of things. This is my only other reverse grip knife.
Now, that's a little bit bigger than the Kuranda.
You know, you know why I like this knife?
So fun.
I thought it was cool. It is completely useless for anything. It can't stab. You can't. The only way you could do is reverse slash.
This would be good.
Comfortable.
This would be good if you were stuck in an island and you're whacking at a coconut.
No, it wouldn't. The grip's terrible for it.
Look at this. This is just.
This is the most singularly purposed idiotic knife I own. And it's just but hello, will you argue that this is a cool movie knife?
Oh yeah, you could do something like Star Trek-y with it, or anything adventure movie.
It's just it's cool. It looks like you should be able to, but you can't. It's just a goofy knife, but I think it's so cool. completely useless. We're agreeing.
Oh
on
yes, it's a ridiculous.
utterly stupid.
Cool to own.
Yeah, I'm happy I own it, and it wasn't expensive.
Now I'm looking at this one.
You skipped over one.
Yeah, I was just going kind of random.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
that's fine.
let's do
Go
this
in order. This one's cool.
You'll recognize this. This is another MTech Extreme. MTech are junk. I'm just like the steel is garbage. But you'll recognize this. What is this called? A
Recurved.
A kukri.
Kukri.
It's a Nepalese design. These are meant to hack.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you ever see Bram Stoker's Dracula? This is what Van Helsing uses.
that's stupid, but okay. This is cheap.
Or Alice in the
steel-
latest Resident Evil movies.
The steel is honestly kind of garbage. It chips a little, but look how thick that is.
Yeah.
So you can't see. This is well over a 1/4 inch thick. This is probably a 1/3 of an inch thick, and this thing is heavy.
Yeah.
No, it's heavy. I mean, I'm all about heavy
Yeah.
knives, but Jesus,
You could use this to play baseball.
that's idiotic. But I like kukris, but they're not. They're a utility knife. You could use them to
Yeah.
chop firewood and men's limbs.
I like this one. This one has an interesting design to it.
No. There's a backstory. This is a SOG. So we showed you on the folding knife. It's baby brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Kiku. It's done by a famous designer. I forget his name. He's Japanese.
Is
I
it
believe.
Kiku?
No.
Matoyoshi.
And this is a SOG Kiku, and this is the fixed blade. This is probably one of the coolest looking knives I own.
And it's got
It has a great sheath.
It has a great sheath,
This
so
is
you
what they
know
call
it's quality.
This is what they call a kydex sheath. It is molded. I forget a kydex, like a plastic.
Is it molded
material.
around the knife?
It is.
Okay.
So it hooks actually. I mean, you
Now, if you look, the sheath actually looks like it's part of the knife. You can see where the knife has kind of vacuum formed into it.
And that's actually how they do it, is a vacuum form.
Well, there you go. I know some things.
You pull it out of the ridge, and
This is a cool knife.
it's sharp.
I gotta admit, this is a cool knife.
And it's not heavy. Has the canvas.
It looks like bone a little bit.
Well, it's a canvasy feel, but has great thumb, has a hook, has a point, this is a recurve.
Yeah.
And you can see the recurve.
Feels good in your hand.
Has a spear point on it. Yeah. This is a cool, very utile knife, and again, it's
full tang.
Beautiful. I mean, there's the designer. I don't know. It's Japanese.
Yeah.
Hattori
Hanzo.
Shut up. Super cool knife. I love this.
That one is cool. That one's probably one of my favorites of your collection.
Yeah. So this is a SOG.
Now this one is cool. This kind of looks like a diving knife.
Well, this is a dagger. This is a bayonet dagger.
Okay, then.
This is a SOG. I have a love-hate relationship with this knife. First of all, yeah, there's my...
Okay.
So this is a bayonet. Not a functional bayonet. There's no lug to lock it in. A little big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry, you can't even... I mean...
Yeah.
You know, so the thing with fixed blades, they're large. This thing's very sharp. Kind of goofy, never carry it. It's a dagger, so its design is kind of suspect.
But it's got a great sheath.
Except you can't get the knife out of it.
No.
And it's a SOG. I mean, it's cool. I love daggers, but, you know, the problem with daggers, and I say this from a knife enthusiast, and as I sharpen all my own knives, it's twice as much real estate to sharp.
No. Yeah.
And this steel isn't super fine. These aren't super expensive, but relatively.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're $100 maybe.
Okay, so now we're moving on to a big boy.
So,
and this isn't even the biggest.
But the other biggest isn't here.
It's not here.
But this is the Jungle Primitive SOG. So I'll give you at least 5 reasons this knife isn't.
All that.
I would not trust I wouldn't trust a kitten's life to this.
Kittens are using this knife?
First of all, it's the most aggressive looking knife. And this thing is almost my fingertip to my elbow.
This is the sort of knife when John McClane is fighting...
This is a Rambo knife, if you want.
The bad guy on the top of Yakas... What was the name of the tower? Yakatani Tower. The bad guy, who is also a martial arts master, would pull this knife out. Look at that.
Well, this is a functional survival knife. And I say that, what are you trying to survive with this?
Well, I imagine you'd use this end to saw wood.
This is a saw,
yeah.
Although the steel's not that great, so I'm pretty sure that wouldn't hold up.
It looks pretty fragile.
Has a small serrated because you never know. Has roughly 8 inches of straight blade. Has a big, broad tip. But so issues, I'm going to tell you right up the bat. First of all, it's really light. This is, and with you want a fixed blade knife, light is good, but you don't want it too light. This feels like it would warp or bend.
Right.
The blade, surprisingly thin. I mean, for something that broad, is that thin?
And as much, just based on the size and the thickness of the handle, you would imagine this would be able to handle some
handle's
pressure.
Rubber too.
You would imagine this would be able to handle pressures, which is kind of false because if you're going to use this,
you'd be teetering forward.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It was actually one of the first knives I ever bought. It's just honestly not. You see all this wear on it? See it here? This is me pulling it in and out of the sheath. It's never actually cut anything. It's goofy.
Things get chafed when they pull out.
Well, it's friction. Not super useful. I love this knife. This is not an expensive knife. This is a Boker.
And this is a cool knife.
This is a Persian fighter. This is a cool knife. This is, without a doubt, the most comfortable knife you'll use.
This one, the handle feels good. What is that?
Just micarta.
Okay.
It's crappy micarta, though. It's not. Okay. It's cheap.
You got a nice protection for your forefinger right here.
Yes, this is a fighting. This is actually what they would classify as a fighting knife. It's not a utility. You can use it as a utility knife.
Yeah.
But with its low drop, the steel's garbage. It is sharp. I can tell you though.
It's beautifully balanced.
Yeah. It has a pommel. For all those that don't know what that is,
it's that end part.
It's a pommel.
Yeah.
It's the base of the tang. This is a
full tang.
It's just the blade has some weight to it. You can chop, you can thrust. It's just super comfortable. And actually, it's sheath that it came with. In Boker, this is maybe a $50 knife, maybe less. You can tell the steel's not super awesome. This is probably rust, given enough weather.
Yeah.
But super nice.
Pretty cool.
The sheath has a nice clip.
The next one's another one of my favorites.
You like this?
I do like that one.
So this is actually a utility knife. It's meant for survival and stuff. You put it in a kit.
Fishing and
hunting.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of us hunt.
No.
Or frankly, fish.
But if you're in a survival situation, you got to skin your meat.
Super light. This thing has a very fine tip. This is a CRKT, by the way. Super nice.
Yeah. I like it because of the curve to the blade.
Yeah, it's a drop. But it's meant for very fine... white background. It's very fine
This is not a combat knife.
No, the blade's thin. This is meant for carving slight pieces. Doing very fine work. It has a very fine tip.
Yeah.
Very fine. It's super light. It's super comfortable.
Yeah.
It's cool. I don't have a use for it particularly.
Just trying to get it.
Yeah, but it's very cool.
There we go.
I would use this knife.
Yeah, this is a cool knife. I do like it.
It's super light. I just like it. It's appealing.
Yeah.
So now we're getting into slightly higher dollar knives. Well, I mean, some of these actually that we passed were already pretty expensive. The Kiku shouldn't have been at that end. That's a pretty expensive knife. So this is my only cold steel fixed knife. And remember if they saw my folding blade reviews, cold steel are thick and heavy. They're substantial knives. I got this one. First of all, I wanted a Bowie style, which this is. But first of all, this knife is gorgeous. But this is going to bust out. This is a cold steel San Mai. So Halal should actually know.
Oh man, I didn't know it was going to be tested today.
San Mai is a metal taco.
Okay. Yes.
Soft metal on the sides and hard metal in the middle.
And then you heat them all up.
It's separate, so it retains a very strong edge, but a softer spine. So
that when you swing it, you're getting more power. And
you have some spring and its strength. It has a lot
which
of
means when you hit something or when you're chopping, it has a little bit of wiggle room.
You want knives that have a little bit of spring to it because
otherwise if it's straight and hard, it's brittle. And it'll just shatter into 100 pieces.
So the thing about this, you can actually see the San Mai edge.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's hard to see on this.
See, this is why I like knives, because you can take a ton of metal, mush them together, and make something that is one cohesive piece.
And it's pretty.
And has art to it.
Like, you can't really see. This knife, I actually think of the video, it doesn't even look that pretty. This is a pretty knife.
So you can see the difference between the top part and where the blade actually is.
Yeah, this is, would you say, this is a very, I mean, the Kiku is by far the prettiest one. But this is, and it has a really nice sheath. and it is sharp as hell.
Yes.
So now we're getting into my favorite knife company.
Okay.
Hands down, Fixed Blade Knife Company, which is Ontario Knife Company. They're an American-made knife. I believe they're made in New York.
New York City.
My favorite one isn't here.
You left it at home, didn't you?
Yeah, but these are expensive.
These are pretty good knives.
No, they're okay to rely on knives. So
let's start with the first one.
I'm gonna actually do these out of order.
Okay.
So this is the most useful. I've actually carried this one while hiking, backpacking, actually up in the mountains, the Sierras.
Well, you would need to.
So this one, the sheath makes it look huge. It's really
not.
So these have a matte finish.
I have to attest. This is.
These are heavy, by the way.
It's beautiful in its simplicity. It's really not the most beautiful of all the knives here, but it is a thick handle.
I'm going to show you something. Hold that.
No.
So I'm going to show it up. The Kiku, for instance, which I'm about to pull out. This is a beautiful knife. It's roughly a little bigger, maybe.
Yeah.
But the Kiku, go down. This is a knife that you show and you do light tasks. It's relatively thin, kind of a delicate edge. But comfortable and nice. This is a knife that you abuse the piss out of.
This is rugged, and it's designed to be rugged. This will outlast you.
Oh, by far. This will outlast your children. But first of all, show how thick. This is a thick
here's
knife.
Here's the handle. I don't know if that's really...
No, it's... Yeah. They're like a canvas finish.
Yeah. The blade... Tonto edge?
No.
I was so close.
This is a drop point.
Drop point, I meant to say. So we'll see if we can do that.
But these knives hold a very good edge. They are built... These knives, and Halal has now handled quite a few.
Yes.
These knives are meant to be used, and they are tanks. This is a tank, and they have a weather resistant.
Yeah. It's not aesthetically pleasing unless you know what it's designed for.
Well, I think the beauty is in its simplicity.
Yes, that's why it's beautiful. It's not the most eye-catching knife.
I mean, this is a 6-inch blade.
Yeah, but if you know what kind of knife this is and what job it's going to do.
Yeah. So this is another. We have two more, and the last two are Ontario as well. This one I just thought was neat. Again, it's in Ontario, so this is what they call a leaf spear point. So it's in the shape of a leaf. If you couldn't figure that out, I can't.
Yeah, I'll try to.
And it has a finger ring.
It sure does.
I don't get that.
I don't know.
And it has a really interesting pommel.
There we go.
Which Halal will show you.
Yes.
By interesting, I mean
by interesting, dangerous.
I would out of all my Ontarios, I would least likely use this one.
This one, if you were to get hit,
it would kill you.
Yeah, that's a death hit.
It has some swing to it, but honestly, it's kind of a goofy shape. It's really not even that useful. I just think it's cool, and it's built like an Ontario knife. I mean, they're destructive, and this is a rack. Excuse me, I didn't say the name. This is a rack, an R-A-K. And I'm just going to go back and read. This is a TFI. I love the TFI. It's one of my favorite.
Okay, now our last
one. This is a Bowie style.
Yeah.
As done by Ontario. I would put my life, your life, and everybody's life on this knife. This is an RD6 Ontario knife.
And it's huge.
It's nice.
It's a lot of knife.
I would carry this on camping. I would use this to chop firewood. I would use this to defend myself. I mean, this is...
It's an impressive knife. It feels good in your hand. You can hear it on my ring.
These are solid pieces of metal.
This is something that's designed to work.
Yeah, and they're designed not to rust, too. That's what this coating is. Yeah. This may just look like it's black metal. It's actually an anodized coating. I mean, it's bonded to the metal.
Yeah, this is something you carry with you if you're camping, hunting, civilization is ended, there's hordes of marauders looking for gasoline.
That's stupid.
This is what you carry with you.
If that's happening, you carry a gun.
And this.
But this is, I mean, I love Ontario. They are, I mean, if I were ever to endorse any knife company, I would endorse Ontario.
That being said, we love Ontario.
Yeah, they're made in New York, so I don't... Anyway, Halal, let's just get this out. Which one
is my favorite.
Which one is your functionally favorite, and which one's your aesthetically favorite?
For function, there's no contest. The TFI is the one I go to. The Big Brother is a very good knife. This one just seems a little bit more practical because of its size.
I would agree. And now looking at them, for functionality sake, for ease of carry if I were camping, I'm just going to pull it out. I would pick the TFI. It's a useful size. It doesn't quite have the swing to it. You could split some wood with it, but I would pick it as functional.
Yeah. Aesthetically, my favorite is this one.
The CRKT. That surprises me. It's just neat. There's no other knives that look like it.
No. And even functional-wise, it's still a good knife because a lot of knives are built for hacking and slashing. Not enough attention is given to the knives that are used for
very fine.
Like if you have a fish, you could skin it, and you're going to skin it. You're not going to use these big hunting knives because you're going to destroy your meal.
Yeah,
this one is what you would use,
and it's very light. You can actually carry it in conjunction with something else. I mean, this will...
look, you have all these sheets here. You could easily just slap it on one of the others.
Or put it in a backpack, because since you're not using it as defense or overt... I mean, this will come as a surprise to nobody. My favorite by aesthetics. Which one do you think?
This guy.
Shut up.
Aesthetics. I'm going to guess this one.
You would be wrong.
Oh, okay.
I do. This is... Hilal picks up the Persian fighter.
Okay, so which one?
The Kiku.
The Kiku.
What a ridiculous... I mean, I'm almost going to say it'd be
Pull it out again.
It'd be a tie. The Kiku, I mean, I wish you could see it better. The Kiku is just...
Try getting it.
The Kiku is stunning. And you can't really appreciate it on this video, but it is stunning. Would you agree with that?
It is. It's aesthetically pleasing.
It is gorgeous, and it has some ways. Has a very broad blade. Hilal just wants to hurt me today.
Always. I already broke your camera lens.
But I'd actually say it'd be a tie between the Kiku and the Cold Steel Sanmai. This, I just love it. Even how it has the shaved at the top. This is what they call a false edge. Hilal doesn't take notes during these shows.
No.
It's thick. It's strong. It has a super comfortable rubber handle.
From a knife making point of view, there's really no better.
Well, yeah, I mean, these are... The thing with cold steels is they're Japanese or Chinese. This one's Japanese.
Yeah.
Because it's a Sanmai. And they're not made by hand. These are made mostly by machine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that being said, that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
A handmade Sanmai knife would be, $1,000.
Yeah, thousands of dollars. So these are just some of the things that interest us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of other cool things we want to show you on top of video game and taste testing and all that other cool stuff. This is just a little glimpse into what we find interesting, and hopefully you find interesting too.
Yeah.
If you like our videos, make sure to give us a like.
And we have more and more collections.
Oh, yes. Also, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you later. I'm Hilal.
Hit that like button. Drew.
And this is Choo.